Okay. And as I'm leaving, okay, I'm really thinking about this right now, and I can actually give a clear cut example of what I'm talking about. Okay, with the whole entire, if you knew, you wouldn't do certain things in order to compromise certain individuals, right? Like, for instance, um, I gotta use my situation. Like when I seen that I was like really, my leg was fucked up and bruised and everything, that it was worse than what I thought it was. And, I learned from past experiences, I stay quiet, things don't get taken care of, then it's like my word against everybody else and all this other bullcrap that ended up happening. So I took heed of my past experiences, and what I did was I sat here, and after I left out of the gym, I went to the police station and, just yeah, look for my key. I went to the police station and let them see exactly what happened. I told them what was going on. They asked me, about the bruises if they were still there, and I was like, yeah. So they took the pictures and everything. So me, myself, what I'm thinking is, okay, what they're gonna do is they're going to have this down as documentation, right? Documentation, that's it. We're towards, it's at least on record, we're towards, okay, look, um, it's worse than what I thought it was. So let's me just, make it aware of what's going on, because this is like the second time, that some shit was going on. And we're towards, I actually went to the police. So I'm like, you know what, just to get it documented, because I didn't do anything the first time around except just, went by everything confidential. So let me cut that off. So what ended up happening was yeah, I found out it doesn't work that way. Not even a little bit. I found out that basically once I went down there, yeah, it was going to be handled, and it was going to be some questioning going on with everybody involved in the whole entire situation, and I did not anticipate that. Okay, and it was like, oh shit. Like, I literally didn't see that shit coming. Like, I thought, okay, I'll go down here and it'll be documented. We're towards, it'll be in my best interest to have something documented. We're towards, it's not just some, oh, this happened, like 2 months ago down the line, and he's starting up again, but I didn't do anything to make it aware of, other than 6 to 7 months prior I called the cops and all the other shit. So that being said, like, I think they could see it, that if I had known that when they said, oh yeah, he's gonna get arrested, he's coming down here, and I'm like, oh shit. Okay, like, I think they seen it like, yeah. If she had known, she wouldn't have came down here. nobody heard me, nobody listened to what I was saying. And I started looking at the whole situation like, it sounds funny because, like I said, they were cursing out, you know, the older dude and everything. This is a retired vet. They were like cursing out, I think. And I'm like, how are you talking to this man, this grown man, like he's a child? Like, you don't even talk to children like this. Like, how the hell are you like, you don't do that to people. You need to show respect, because when you do shit like that, it's gonna get done to you. But yeah, so I'm standing back there watching this go down and everything with the other two people that, you know, had the same notices that we were all getting transferred out the building. And I'm like, oh, fuck this shit. So I started doing what I needed to get done. Alright? And so as I'm doing this, nobody's listening to me. What happens? I finally make it towards shit. I done vocalized every damn thing I need to vocalize. Nobody's hearing me out. I had to stalk the damn plant manager, and I was looking for his ass like every damn day until I found him. And I had my friend, like, she was stalking the freaking labor floor, and I'm sitting over there stalking the damn hallway, and you know, the offices and everything. I'm like, I'm like, you see everybody when you're really not expecting to see anybody, and then when you're looking for people, you can't find them. Like, they go ghosts. I'm like, what the freak? So it was like the funniest thing, because we're both trying to, you know, like, we're like hunting them down in the damn building and can't find them. And finally, you know, got him before he left. Found him in the office, ran to the damn office, and then, you know, was like, hey. So I got my paperwork to him, and had him looking at him, and then told him everything. And what happened? Oh, guess what we found out? They were doing some underhanded shit underneath the plant manager's nose without letting them know. This is why they kept on losing people in the building, and nobody knew what the fuck was going on and where these people was going to, because this shit got taken down to Washington, okay? And I'm just like, okay, this is like crazy, because I'm like, what the fuck? So then after that, yeah, I did notice a difference in my treatment and everything at the NDC. So I'm just like, okay, it's whatever. I ignore shit, because I'm like, I do my damn job. Shit, I'll do my job and then disappear like you tell me to, even though I didn't used to do that. You know, I used to always stay on the work floor and everything. But, you know, I just started staying out of Dodge and minding my own damn business. And just as long as I had my work done and, you know, just stayed out of the way, I stayed out of the way. Whatchamacallit? So, what happened? They kept on asking me questions, trying to, you know, trip me up and say certain things. I'm like, what? I don't understand. And so next thing you know, the supervisor's like, oh, never mind. And like, it like, I was just like it caught me off guard. Like, it sounded like he was trying to suggest me to say something out of my mouth, and I'm like, what? And he was just like, never mind. I'm like, okay. Like, I can't remember what it was, because I'm like, seriously, it went over my head. I'm like, what the fuck, huh? But then it was just like, after we had the team cleaning and everything introduced and stuff, it was like, oh yeah, okay, so hey, if this happens and this happens and this happens, I looked at it like, oh, it's a game, you're challenging me, you think I don't know myself, okay, let me do, okay, you do this and this and this and this and this. So I was having fun with it, because I'm like, I get to remember everything that we're supposed to do with this new stuff that we just got, and you know, we had to learn and everything else, which means, you know, I got it in the back of my head, embedded good and everything else. So it was fun for me, okay? But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's funny how, like, you catch me like multiple times throughout the day questioning me about certain things, just keeping me on my toes and everything else, when I just keep my head down and mind my own damn business. But I'm just like, okay, it's whatever, because I had fun with it, so whatever. But then when I got injured, what happened? I got injured, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? Because I'm not used to really getting hurt like horribly bad. Like, it might be like a little sprain here and there or something, if anything that it was like, oh, it's just a fluke, it just hurts really bad right now, but I'll be back at work tomorrow morning, right? No, it didn't work out that way. So what ended up happening is it got worse the more time passed. And so basically I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't think I had to go to the hospital. And I had a thing with hospitals. I really didn't, like want to been there like that. Like, I'm just like, I'm good. But yeah, so I'm like, this shit right here is crazy because nothing was handled properly from the start. Because as soon as I called in after my drop days were over, because I took off that Sunday and then my drop days were right after that, which means I would have had 3 days to recover just to make sure everything fell in line and was good, to go back to work and everything else, and that I was okay. All right. And it didn't work out like that. And the minute that I ended up calling back the job and talking to the supervisor, like letting them know, like, yeah, the injury that I sustained, like, it's worse than what I thought. What injury? I'm like, what injury? I'm like, the injury that I got on Saturday. Like, dude, the kid had to like freaking help me walk out to the damn vehicle. I was hanging on to desks and everything else trying to, stand up and freaking walk, and I wasn't even standing up straight. So, right then and there, I already know, oh, this is gonna be some fucking bullshit. But that's what I get. I didn't go to the hospital because I had a thing, okay? And I'm like, I have my mental with the hospitals and everything. I really didn't care for it. Like I said, when my tattoo on my leg got infected, okay, I kept it covered. I kept it clean. But somehow, some way, it became infected, and it started looking really horribly, like these little greenish, off-white pus boil things were all over it and everything else. Like, they had me quarantined in the hospital, and they thought that I had MRSA, and this was after I became regular. So I celebrated with a tattoo. So yeah, that was not a pretty sight. It was turning red. It had the boils and everything all over it. Okay, it was looking nasty, horrible. Okay, now my whole thing is, I actually took a picture of it and sent it to one of my friends, okay, that I was just talking to earlier in the evening while I was at work, while I was still clocked in, about it, like, how it was feeling and everything. And I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? Do you think I should go into the ER tonight? Like, it's kind of hard to walk on this thing right now, and I'm thinking I don't know. It's like I knew it, but I didn't want to know it. But if somebody agreed that, yeah, you should get that checked out, I already knew in the back of my head I need to get it checked out because it looks horribly. So, yeah, it is what it is. So I went in and had it checked out. But that's how, much it took for, somebody to get me to, really go somewhere. And it's just probably because of my past experiences and everything else. So, I'm here. Let me just text my son and let him know that I'm here. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.